Hi, friends. So, this is, I guess, episode one of the Morning People podcast, a place for 40 something business starters who don't know how to do grief right. Or in this case, one 40 something in particular who doesn't know how to do anything and is winging it. So basically, the whole point of this is I have been in early childhood education for about 15 years, and I'm also kind of navigating some health stuff and basically had to quit my job. And I'd been really interested in learning about becoming like a death doula. And I personally don't want to use the word doula. I don't think it's mine to use. So I will be calling myself like a death educator, death coach, or facilitator, or something like that. And working in grief and loss support. And through this experience, with planning a death, we talk a lot about legacy work and what that means to people. And I kind of realized that I don't have a legacy. And I figured maybe this could be a legacy of sorts. So I'm kind of just documenting my journey through this whole entire transition of my life. My dogs are barking. I could probably hear that. Sorry. I am recording this laying on my bed because I don't have anywhere else to do it. So we will be interrupted. I also have a guinea pig. You might hear him every once in a while. His name is Ticket. My old daycare children helped decide that name. Anyways, yeah, so I'm just kind of documenting the journey. I do have kind of like a vision on where I want to take this. Like, I really want to build a community of people who don't know what they're doing, especially when it comes to grief. And, hope that within the community, we can heal through each other's grief and support each other through it. I don't want it to be like solely based on death because I feel like grief comes in a lot of forms. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this is going to take me, but welcome to it. I hope that, through this experience, I'm able to help others through their journeys, whether it's end of life or otherwise. I have intentions of, I don't know if you want to call it interviewing, having conversations with friends about their grief and how they navigate the path that grief has taken them, their experiences with grief, how like their like how grief presented itself in their life and how they learned to work through it. Yeah, so if you are out there and listening, we can do this together. Nobody's alone in their grief. Nobody has to be alone in their grief unless that's the way you choose to do it. But yeah, I just want to be here for people and help support them and see what we can do with that and work together to help each other out. I think that there's a lot of lack of compassion and understanding, especially lately. I don't want to get into politics, but I think that we need more love, we need more understanding, we need more spaces that are safe for everybody, obviously except Nazis. But I digress. Uh, yeah, so I just think that it would be nice to have a place where people feel safe and free to talk about their grief. It's something that a lot of people don't want to explore and don't want to engage in, especially when it surrounds death. During this experience and this transition in my life, you run into people. Oh, hey, Nina, how are you doing? Oh, I'm good. Oh, how's daycare? Oh, I don't do that anymore. Oh, what are you up to? And I'm like, oh, I am becoming certified to be a death doula. or a death educator. And people are like, oh, what's that? And then you kind of explain, like, you help support individuals and families who are, going through their end of life journey. And, I'm going to be providing anywhere from like funeral planning to after death resources and like estate business. And by that, I mean like going to the dead person's home and like organizing their belongings and what you want to keep, what do you want to sell, that kind of stuff. Housework if needed. And people are really shocked and like they kind of don't even know what to say about it. And I think that's really, really strange because death is the only guarantee in life. And I guess part of the reason why I wanted to do this work is I'm one of those people that's always been fascinated by death and creepy shit and, the dark side of life. But at the same time, I have been terrified of death since I was a child, to the point where it's like some days even still, it's all I can think about. And I just kind of figured like the best way to get over your fears is to surround yourself with it. And I'm hoping that once I get into this work and I see death and I experience it. Oh, fuck. Did this stop recording? Nope. I don't know. Maybe once I get into the field and I see it and, I hold space for people going through it, that maybe it won't be so scary anymore. So that's kind of my hope with that side of things. But yeah, I just find it really strange how people get so scared about hearing about it. Like even just talking about what the work entails, it makes people so uncomfortable. And like you can feel the energy in the room shift. And I think that's not necessarily a problem. I don't want to say it's a problem, but I just find it very interesting that that's people's first. I just find it very interesting that that's kind of the first place people go is discomfort and not knowing what to say. And I want to help change that. I want to make death something we can be comfortable exploring, something we can be comfortable talking about. It's something we all face. It's something that we all need to be prepared for. And I think that the more we talk about it, the more we can normalize it and the less awkward we have to feel around it. I do understand that it is a very sensitive subject. By no means am I trying to downplay how hard it is for people, but I also just want to show people that it's something that we can accept and can normalize speaking about, because I think it's really important to keep those kinds of conversations happening that way. Maybe it's not so scary and maybe it doesn't suck the life out of the room when you tell people that you help others die. So yeah, that's kind of this story. That's what I'm planning on doing. I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know, but I'm here. I'm here to talk to you about your grief if you want to. Yeah. Let's build this community and see if we can help support each other through our hard times. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say about that. I don't know what I will be recording for the second episode or when that will be happening. I also want to note that I literally do not know what I'm doing. I don't know how to make a podcast. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know how to be a death facilitator. I don't know how to be a chronically ill person, which is something that's just been thrust upon me. This whole thing might sound like shit. I don't know. I got a $20 microphone off Amazon that you can clip to your shirt. So I'm working with what I have for now. Hopefully it will get better. Hopefully it will get more informative and yeah, I'm kind of rambling now. Anyways, yeah, so let's see what happens. I'm hoping to have a talk with one of my dear friends in the near future. who also knows what it's like to be a chronically ill person. And, I think that that's a really big part of grief too. Learning how to navigate this new life is very hard. And we were actually talking about it last night and how I feel so selfish grieving about it because there's a lot of people out there who live with broken bodies. And, I know that for me, it could be a lot worse, but still accepting that this is like my new reality is really hard sometimes. And especially because it's new and I've just taken a break from working. I'm on week 4 of not working full time or at all, except for working on my death business, which is hard work in itself. But just kind of realizing like, oh shit, no, it was bad. It was bad this whole time. And I've just been trying to live life as an able-bodied person. And now that I've had the chance to kind of relax and reflect on it, like I am not, I am not an able-bodied person. And, grieving the life that I couldn't have. And that sounds so silly to say. So I live a pretty good life, but when your body doesn't work how you want it to, it is a process to navigate how your life is going to look in the future, right? So yeah, grief comes in so many different forms and yeah, it's wild. Life is wild. I don't know if you can hear my dog barking, but he's upset because I'm in my bedroom with the door closed and he likes all the attention on him at all times. Okay, friends, I'm going to go now. Thank you for listening if you did. And if you didn't, that's on you. Okay, have a good day, everyone. I'll talk to you later. And don't forget, you're not alone. You're a morning person. Bye.